Alright, so welcome everyone to the first actual episode of the Mindful Minute series. Um, Bit weird for me, first time doing something like this, but I've got lots of free time currently, and the idea is, to start a podcast, talk about things, different topics. The first thing that came to my mind was mindfulness, because that's something I'm trying out right now, and hopefully I can see the benefits from it. And I thought, all right, let's do a YouTube channel behind it. And yeah, I'll just be talking, and you guys are listening, and then hopefully at a certain point you can start engaging as well. I'll give you a quick introduction of what I'm trying to accomplish. So the Pod Hub is the name of the channel, and the idea is it not being directly or specific to a certain topic. So we'll have different series, just like this one, the Mindful Minute, which talks about mindfulness. We'll have, after this series finish, we'll have another topic, and we'll have a series of that topic, and then we jump into another topic, we jump into another from that, and so on and so on. And the basic idea is people who love podcasts can then come to this one channel and find lots of different topics that they can be educated from. And yeah, it's not going to be like an hour or a 2 hour podcast, at least for now. It's going to be very short, few episodes about every topic, so that, keeps you guys engaged. And yeah, hopefully it's something fun. I'm just trying it out, and if I enjoy it, I'm gonna keep doing it. And yeah, hopefully it reaches something. And for my personal goals, it's something that would help me, communicate better, whether that's in real life or, and during when I'm working with other people and stuff like that, especially in English, because English is not my first language, and I'm trying to improve that. And I thought, all right, maybe talking and practicing talking, because podcast is literally talking, would help me in that sense, as well as being boost to confidence as well. So yeah, I'll be trying it out, and hopefully I get something from it. And as well, since we're jumping from one topic to the other, the basic idea is I go study that topic and then narrate it to you guys. And I think that would help me as well, because the best way of making sure you understood something and you gain that information of a topic that you're researching is by narrating it back to people. And in the last few days, I've been practicing mindfulness, and I said, all right, let me talk about that, and maybe if someone out there is trying to do that as well, just give him a sneak preview into what he might be getting into. Even if someone have been an active practicer of mindfulness, then he can have their feedback in the comments section, or maybe I can have in the future people joining in. So not just me talking, someone else is joining in as well. Telling us about their experience, how did they find it, did it help them, stuff like that. So that's the idea of the channel and the idea of this series as well. I did a very cheesy introduction video, like a 1 minute video, and that was like, introduction to mindfulness. And I've just listened to it back, and it's, oh man, I was using my iPhone as a mic. Now I've got a proper mic, like a $20 mic. That's the proper mic at my stage right now. But I've been listening to it, and it's so cheesy, but I've decided, you know what, I'm not gonna remove it, I'm gonna still keep it. Maybe one day I'm gonna remove it, but for now I just wanna listen to it every day and see how much I've improved. It's like a benchmark for me. I'm a software engineer, so benchmarks are important. So yeah, just I'm gonna keep it for now. Sorry if you're gonna view it, but I wanna keep it, at least for now. But this introduction has been a little bit longer than the other introductions we're gonna have in our next videos or next episodes. But I had to explain what I'm doing. But welcome to the Mindful Minute podcast. The name Mindful Minute, by the way, came. The idea was I will have like 10 different episodes about mindfulness, each of 1 minute episodes. But then, yeah, it's not gonna work out. But the name is so good that I had to keep it. So I'm gonna keep the Mindful Minute as a name, but it's not gonna be 1 minute. It will be shorter than podcasts, and it's never gonna be like an hour-long podcast. Way less than that. And the reason is I want to jump from one topic to the other. If you hear a squeaky noise, I don't know if I can edit that out or no, just my chair. I'll try to improve it in next episodes. And the other thing that I want to do as well is hear myself in my headset. Um, so then I can see the audio quality. But I'll try to do that in the next video. We're already like 5 minutes into this episode, so I'm not gonna stop everything. Let's start then. So, welcome to the Mindful Minute podcast. And the idea of this podcast or this series is we're gonna delve into the, I find it fascinating world of mindfulness. And in this episode, we're going to explore what mindfulness is and how it can positively impact our lives. So let's dive right in. So, if you didn't see the introduction video, it's basically the practice of bringing our attention to the present moment without actually judging, without any judgment about what's happening. So it involves being like fully engaged in what you're experiencing, whether that's thoughts, sensations, or just the world around us. I'm one of the people that are always thinking about something in the back of their mind, whether that's fictional or non-fictional. I sometimes imagine myself. I imagine myself in this interview with someone. I'm just talking, and then I wait a second. What am I doing? And I have to reset my mind. Or I'm just imagining I'm having this conversation that I will be having in the next few hours or next few days, and try to construct what I'm going to say. So mindfulness basically allows us to cultivate a greater sense of awareness and to embrace the present moment with a non-judgmental attitude. It kind of helps you step out of the autopilot mode that, especially in this day and age, we are mostly in, and helps you like fully experience each moment of our lives. It's something that I've started practicing a few days ago. I wouldn't say I see the greater benefit of it yet. I think that maybe in the near future I would be, especially by the way that I've approached it. I've always approached it by this negative mindset, saying, "Oh man, this hocus pocus, just gonna sit down, cross my legs, and breathe." But yeah, that thought or that approach has been dialed down a bit, which I think is progress in itself. And basically, what I do is I open YouTube and find these 5 minute meditation videos or mindfulness videos, and I just listen to it. I sit down, breathe, listen to it at the start of my day. And again, research or lots of people have said they found a great benefits from it. Research has shown that regular mindfulness practice can reduce stress, enhance mental clarity, improve focus and concentration, and improve overall well-being. And just saying, I'm not an expert in this subject. I'm just relaying information. And lots of people say it's not just about the formal meditation that we all know, just sitting down, stuff like that, but it actually can be infused into our daily lives. So there is something called mindful eating, and you have mindful listening. We can also bring awareness and intention to our activities, allowing us to savor and appreciate each moment more fully. I think it's a great point because it also helps us develop healthy relationships with our thoughts and emotions by observing them without judgment, which allows us to cultivate greater emotional resilience and respond to like challenging situations that we may experience with more clarity and being more involved into trying to solve a certain issue or trying to process a certain emotion. So it helps us to do that with more clarity and compassion, basically. Um, yeah, lots of people talk about it being the whole idea of mindfulness, and hence the name, is being fully present in the current stance that you're in, so in the here and now, rather than being lost in regrets about past experiences or past decisions or worries about the future. And I find that could be true, could be not. Being someone who follows I'm not saying a religious is a very big word, because a religious, it used to mean someone following a religion, but now it's like someone who does everything on the dot, which I don't think exists anymore, or did. But I think, faith is something that would help you, because lots of religions actually talk about mindfulness, or actually not talk about mindfulness, but have principles that basically return back to the mindfulness, which is, being present in your current stance, and trying to live every moment, and that stuff. So basically, by practicing mindfulness, people say we can train ourselves to be more present, more attentive, and the ultimate goal is being more alive, being more accepting, grateful for what we are in currently, and not think a lot about what the future holds. Because at the end, if you are present in your current moment, that would dictate what the future looks like. So you don't actually have to worry about it. And of course, life happens, and ultimately you're gonna think about future. You wanna plan about future. You wanna say, okay, I'm gonna start this now, and hopefully in the future this happens as a result of what I'm doing now. But see, I said the word now again, so it always returns to what you're doing now. That will determine the future. So if you're present in your current moment, get out of that autopilot mode, that would help you not to worry so much about the future, because you are dictating it in your current moment. And that's basically the idea about it. So whether you're just starting your, I'm gonna say it, your mindfulness journey, sounds so cheesy, or you are someone who's a seasoned practitioner, I would invite you to join me on this few episodes of exploring mindfulness, and maybe together we can uncover that transformative power of being fully present and embracing the beauty of each moment. And basically this series is going to be, we're going to dive a little bit deeper into it, and hopefully we can all benefit from it. And that's all for today's episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is my second ever video on YouTube. I know not lots of people will be listening to this in the current moment. You see what I did there? Current, okay. But hopefully in the future, more people are gonna, dive in. And when you do dive in, I would love to see your experiences through comments, and I will try to get as many people into the podcast as well to speak about the different topics that we're going to be speaking about. And I've decided at the end of every episode of this series, and it's going to be the same for the other topics but in a different way, I would say, remember to take a mindful pause in your day. Just stay present, stay mindful, and I will catch you all in the next episode. Thanks a lot, guys.